You can pay for it there, I think.
No, it's like both.
Oh, you have to go inside and get it then. Oh my God.
Okay, we've decided that the Irish are a different breed.
We left you in the last episode having spent a day in what looked like scenes from the Caribbean. So today's forecast is overcast weather and rain. So we're still undecided if we head now directly towards Galway or we continue with this part of the peninsula. And of course the day would not be complete if we didn't stop for photo opportunities along the way. So this is Killary Fjord viewpoint. So they do boat tours from there. I think they start on March 28th and they're only €26, which it's an hour and a half. So I think that's really good value.
That's not bad.
No, and it's 100% guaranteed seasickness less. You're not going to get, because it's a catamaran.
So yeah, we're not far from, I think I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, Leenaun, I think it is. We were recommended to come this route anyway by some locals up at Buckfield Inn. Jane just found out it's the island's only glacial fjord, if I got that right. Yeah. Because it is known as the Fjord here, because the lad from the Buckfield Inn, I think he spent quite a bit of his youth up here. There's obviously a lot of water sports and places to go up and down, so it's a big long fjord, a bit like in Norway, I suppose.
I'd say the tour would be well worth it. It's beautiful, stunning area. Unfortunately, we're going to miss it because it's February. So
we're just going to go and have a look. Just parked up just 5-10 minutes just to go and walk to a waterfall that's that way, not too far away, and then we're going to go around to Leenaun, as I said, and we'll make a decision whether we're going to stay there, so it's a bit of an early park up, which might suit us, or we'll move on. So we're at Aasleagh Falls, and apparently it's one of the hazards that Atlantic salmon face on the way home up the Erith River. They have to negotiate various rapids and rocks, and obviously fishermen. The young salmon apparently spend 3 years in the river before making rich feeding grounds off Norway and Greenland. Then up to 4 years later they return home to the river to spawn. So they go all the way up to Norway and Greenland from here, as is the journey of salmon. Looks like you have to go down here, and I think there's a walk up the side there by the looks of it. Apparently David Attenborough once filmed here to tell the story of the glass eel, which each year travels thousands of kilometres from the Sargasso Sea to Ireland's rivers, including this river.
And how thoughtful's that? A little service station for bicycles at the Waterfall car park. We're going to make our way round the head of the fjord to Leenaun. And apologies if I didn't pronounce that right, and I'm sure you'll let me know. So please hit that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, as it really helps us.
If you want to support us further, then we have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. That's the Connemara Sheep and Wool Centre. We'd go there, unfortunately I think it's closed. So we're probably going to park the night here It's on park for night. There's a couple of bars, shops, there's a grocery shop, there's recycling. It's right at the head of the fjord. Yeah, it's going back a bit. That was always Richard Harris in his late acting years. We've watched it, so it's a really well acted film.
We're soon settled in for the afternoon and take some time off from filming, which we need to do every now and then. That was a lovely little stop off last night. Apparently they can have up to 15 vans in summertime. It's quite a big car park. It's good because I hope, you know, everyone will visit the pub and the shop and buy their groceries. A little shop there, which we did, and went and had a coffee in the coffee shop. And it's a lovely, stunning area. With the weather looking a bit grim, we decide to get some van life chores done in Galway before heading back off into the Connemara area.
Unforeseen.
So it's rubbish first.
Shit. What? Big recycling lorries.
But the amenity site is just for lorries, so we need a plan B. And the unmissable big bin is our next option, and we've seen them quite a few times on our trips. You can pay for it there, I think.
No, it's like both.
Oh, you have to go inside and get it then. So that's
that. It's only available to buy online.
That's the recycle bin. This is the general waste.
Oh, general where? What's that say?
So
type in the 10-digit code, press enter. General waste.
You want me to see if you can do it online before you go in? You can either get a voucher for the shop.
No, go on then. I've just tried to do this big bin online, but it needs an address, and of course it won't take our UK address. So Stu's gone in to see if he can buy a token at the shop. It's €9, which is 2 big bin bags, and we've basically got half a little one, so it just stings a little bit, but there's not a lot we can do about it. So we decided we sort of come out of the route we were on, and we've come to Galway because there's a few things we need to do. We need to get LPG. Stu needs his hair cut, just lots of little things. So we thought rather than trying to last with the LPG, we'd come and get it at Galway and then go back the other way. Instead of coming down, we'll go back up. So it's like an admin day today, Stu calls it. So the lady in the shop's told him to have, I'm sorry, I can't put the window down because Stu's gone. He's got the key. I don't think I can. No. The lady said, have your bag ready, as it does it quick. Oh my God. There you go. Goodbye €9. Got a problem. So what did you think about that? Works. It's €9. Well, it's €9 for 2 bags. So, in fairness, that's probably cheaper than the council for the civic sites, because it's €4.50 a bag. I mean, paying €5-6.
Yeah, but we never get 2 bags.
No. So
that's the issue.
Cost per bag. It's.
Could we travel around with 2 bags?
That's almost a week, 10 days of rubbish.
Fuel and LPG next.
At your destination on the left.
Right. It says general waste.
Gas.
What's it look like?
One of these.
Now, after a bit of manoeuvring, the LPG pump is around the back. Jump the bag. Okay. And then we fill up with fuel around the front.
That's 173.8 a litre, right?
Okay. Didn't hear any of that. I have to go because I've got to put the stats in. What have you done?
Cut myself somewhere. I must have cut myself in the adapter.
Okay, I need to do a bit of food shopping and Stu is going to lose some weight.
Well, it's been a bit of a funny morning. It's one of those days that we get every 2 or 3 weeks where it's sort of admin day. So, rubbish first. That's been a challenge in Galway. We went to what I thought was a civic amenity site to drop in a black bin bag, but they didn't take it. They only do recycling there, and there didn't seem to be anywhere in Galway City that I could find that would take rubbish. So we found a yellow bin. Basically, they have them round. Seen them before when we were on the south coast. That was it 8 or 9 euros, I think it was, for what could have been 2 bags, but we're only ever going to have one because we won't be carrying 2 bags of rubbish round in the van because of space, but also the smell. So we had to pay it at the end of the day. So I don't quite know what they do around here for civic amenity type sites that the other counties seem to have anyway. Jane's gone into Tesco's to just shop up on provisions, and we're going to go back out into Connemara. We haven't done the Connemara loop and do all of that. I also filled up with LPG. It was about 3.3 litres. It was actually less than I thought, so I reckon we've still probably got 30 to 40% of the tank left, because I think it's a 5, off the top of my head, it was a 5 litre tank. I might be wrong there. I need to just check that out. And while I was there, you can see I've had my hair cut, which again wasn't that cheap. Actually, it was 20 euros this time. That was because it was right in the centre of the retail park here, so that's probably why I paid that. But anyway, it's done. It was desperately needed, as you could probably tell. Pretty rainy today, as you can see, and we will be heading back out and going out into Connemara, out to the west of Galway really, and do all the stuff we've missed and get back out there. I don't know what the forecast's like for the next week or so. So we've got 3 weeks left, and we'll probably have another week to 10 days here, and then go east and start tracking back up towards over towards Belfast and eventually to Leenaun.
Now originally we wanted to explore Galway City, but unfortunately the rain has put us off for the day. We've also heard that Galway is not so campervan or motorhome friendly. And since filming this, we've even heard during the day that they are cracking down with respect to parking. Now, as you know, we only have a small van and fit into a single space, so whether that extends to us, we're not sure. And equally, this may well be just rumours, so let us know in the comments your knowledge and experience, as we will return one day as it looks a lovely city.
So we just left Galway and we've just really tracked west now, back onto the peninsula there along the coast road. And we've stopped at a couple of stops that we weren't happy with, and we just found a nice little stop. It's on Park for Night, but it's overlooking the bay. We're front on. I don't think if you had a motorhome where we are it'd be any good, but there's a bigger car park further back that you'd probably be okay on.
If you followed our first Irish series, you'd have seen that we went to a coral beach, and it's only one of 2 in Ireland, and lo and behold, we're having a cup of coffee, cup of tea, and we discover we're at the second one.
Yeah, the other one was, it was literally, I was saying beach, it was an inlet, wasn't it?
It was
It was
really
just a coral
small.
inlet.
Yeah.
This one's a bit more substantial over here, but it's one of 2. And I just happened to look and guess where I went. It's always called Coral Beach.
I knew it wasn't sand.
And then you said it wasn't sand, didn't you? And there's another 2 suddenly twigged together.
Yeah.
Blimey, we're at the second Coral Beach.
Chances of that. It's almost like we planned it. We'd like to go and see it, but it's pouring with rain. So we'll see it when it stops raining.
Straight in. I'd be dancing for 20 minutes. Okay, that's not natural. Okay, we've decided that the Irish are a different breed. 2 guys rocked up in the car, get out, straight in, no hesitation, into the water. It must be bloody freezing.
Well, the sun might be out, but the wind is absolutely bitter.
So this is Coral Strand, a unique beach near Carrow in County Galway. So you're going to have to excuse my pronunciation here, but this beach is composed of coralline algae, known as mel, giving it a distinctive appearance. Coral Strand offers not only natural beauty, but it's a popular spot for swimming, as we saw yesterday. Also, snorkelling and kayaking apparently occurs in the summer months when lifeguards are on duty. I find it really interesting the way you get this unique natural formation on this large expanse of coastline.
And as you can see, dramatic skies and changeable weather is the order of the day. Well, after a slow, lazy start, watching groups of swimmers come to shame us, we think it's time to move on and do some exploring ourselves. That was the most popular swimming beach that we've seen, I think, on this trip anyway. It must have been about, say, eight people this morning, just...
Yeah, I went out and I spoke to one guy, elderly guy, and I said, I don't know how you do it. And he said, well, you get used to it. He said, but it is cold today, really cold. I said, how long have you been doing it? He said, all my life, every day, all his life. So he's just used to it. It means nothing to him because he's conditioned to it, I think. It
must be exhilarating, I'm sure. I'm sure as in I'm never going to find out, sure.
I mean, he just literally strolled in up to his knees, then dived in.
Yeah, there was two ladies this morning. One took a bit more persuading, but most people just like walk in and don't flinch.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the best way to do it, isn't it?
I'll be screaming like a banshee for about half an hour and then probably don't even get in.
No. There's very old stone, you can tell they're old stone walls, but they're so tiny. Trying to get a good picture of them. I don't think I've managed to do it yet. Every time I go to take a picture, they disappear. So many big boulders and...
Well, I can only imagine they were, say, cleared the area and built the stone walls, and then whether it was years ago it was potatoes or whether it was animals, I don't know, but some of them are just ridiculously small.
And they've not been removed, have they, over the years?
No, I don't, yeah.
I'll try and get a good picture of them to try and explain what we're talking about.
I don't know how far we're going today. We're going to go over the other side. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing the other coral beach. There's sort of, because they connect across the causeway, so there must be some sort of link, was a link in geology at some point. So I wouldn't mind just seeing that coral beach as well. But those are the only two coral beaches in Ireland. Obviously, it's quite a unique coral beach because of what it is, which is calcified.
Well, it said hardened seaweed.
Seaweed. Well, it probably is seaweed, small plants, but it's calcified. It's basically a calcification that goes on, I think. That's how I understand it. But
yeah.
But it's only in two places, which is just weird.
We visited them both by accident. Well, we're going to leave it here for this episode. But please join us next time as we explore more of this absolutely stunning Connemara region.